How do you define greatness? Is it records, raw talent, or the ability to rise after every fall? For Will Jordan, it might be all three. In a rugby world that has seen its fair share of superstars, Jordan is scripting a story that's too good to ignore and too fast to stop. Born in Christchurch, New Zealand, Will Jordan didn't explode onto the scene. He glided in, almost silently, but with a touch that made defenders panic and fans believe. His rugby journey took serious shape during his school years at Christchurch Boys High School, a school renowned for producing top rugby talent like Dan Carter, Aaron Major, and Andrew Mertens. It was there that he truly began honing the skills that would eventually stun the world. Playing in New Zealand's highly competitive first 15 schoolboy system, Jordan quickly gained attention for his sharp game sense, deceptive pace, and lethal finishing. He often played fullback but had the versatility to switch to wing, making him a threat from anywhere on the field. His high school coaches recall a player who was quiet, coachable, and obsessed with detail. He watched tape religiously and modeled parts of his game on the greats like Ben Smith and Christian Cullen. Jordan was the type of player who would beat defenders with subtle angles rather than brute strength. And even then, before the spotlight, it was clear he had something special. That schoolboy experience laid the foundation for what was to come. He was part of the Baby Blacks, New Zealand's under-20 team, and even back then, his instincts stood out. He wasn't just scoring tries, he was reading the game like a seasoned pro. One tournament in particular, the 2017 World Rugby Under-20 Championship, showed off his knack for exploiting space, drawing in defenders, and creating something from nothing. But nothing about his rise was easy. Injuries hit early, and hard. Concussions. Soft tissue problems. A recurring foot injury that sidelined him during one of his hottest streaks. At one point, some wondered if his career would ever stabilize. He missed the entire 2023 Super Rugby season, and even his World Cup prospects looked uncertain. For a player blessed with speed and vision, the body became both ally and enemy. Yet here's the twist: those setbacks didn't break him. They sharpened him. Jordan didn't just come back. He came back better. His timing was crisper. His finishing, deadlier. And mentally, he was tougher. The key: a small circle of mentors, coaches, and mental toughness specialists who refused to let him spiral. The Crusaders' environment helped, but deeper than that was Jordan's own ability to stay calm under chaos. Every injury became a reset button, not a reason to stop, but a challenge to rise. In the 2023 Rugby World Cup, the world watched as Jordan unleashed. Try after try, against Tier 1 nations, on the biggest stage of them all. He scored 8 tries in the tournament, putting him level with legends like Bryan Habana and Jonah Lomu for most tries in a single World Cup. Those two names are synonymous with greatness. Lomu changed the game. Habana dominated it. And now Jordan was sitting right beside them, statistically, at least. But here's where it gets crazy. Will Jordan didn't just match history. He's now chasing something much bigger. With 42 tries in just 44 tests, his try-per-game ratio is one of the best in rugby history. That's nearly 1 try per test. Most elite wingers take years to even reach 30. Jordan has blown past that in fewer than 50 games. Compare that to Bryan Habana's 67 tries in 124 matches, or David Kempisi's 64 in 101. Both iconic finishes. Both era-defining players. And yet, if Jordan continues at his current pace, and stays injury-free, he could shatter those marks before he hits 70 caps. Let me know in the comments below if Will Jordan will be the top try scorer of all time. Let that sink in. He's scoring faster than Kempisi. Faster than Habana. Faster than any Tier 1 winger we've seen in the modern game. David Kempisi played in a more unpredictable era, where open play was more chaotic and defensive lines less organized. His flair was unmatched. He was the magician of the 80s and early 90s. Habana. The ultimate professional. Ruthless, clinical, and reliable for over a decade. Jordan combines elements of both. The vision and glide of Kempisi. The work rate and killer instinct of Habana. But he's added something new, a sixth sense. He's always in the right place, and defenders hate him for it. Now imagine this. If Jordan keeps playing at his current strike rate and plays even just another 40 test matches, he could be looking at 80 or more tries. That would put him above everyone: Kempisi, Habana, and even Daisuke Ohata, who holds the all-time world record with 69 tries. And while Ohata's tally came largely against lower-ranked teams, Jordan is doing it against the best, South Africa, France, Ireland, England. That's what separates him. He's not padding stats. He's delivering in the biggest moments. And that makes his trajectory even more insane. His average of 0.95 tries per match is unheard of in the modern era. Most elite finishers float between 0.45 and 0.65. Jordan is practically doubling that. At that pace, he doesn't need 120 matches to become the all-time great. He might only need 80. And let's not forget the World Cup legacy. With 8 tries already in the tournament, he's likely to play in at least one more World Cup. The current record is 15 tries, shared by Jonah Lomu and Bryan Habana. Jordan is just 7 away. If he stays healthy, it's not a matter of if, it's when. This isn't just a numbers game. Jordan's impact is visual. You see it when he steps past 3 defenders. You feel it when the crowd roars as he finishes a 70-meter sprint like it's a casual jog. He brings people out of their seats. He brings fear into opposition game plans. And he brings hope to a new generation of rugby fans, who finally have someone to believe in. The comparisons to all-time greats go beyond the try totals. Jordan's ability to rise after injury mirrors the resilience shown by legends like Dan Carter, who overcame multiple setbacks to finish his career as arguably the greatest fly-half ever. Jordan is walking a similar path, not positionally, but emotionally. The mental toughness to overcome long layoffs, the patience to wait for his body, and the hunger to make every comeback count. These are traits shared by all-time legends. He's also evolving. Jordan is no longer just a finisher. He's a creator. His playmaking from fullback has started drawing comparisons to Christian Cullen, one of the most electric players ever to wear the All Blacks jersey. Jordan is reading defenses, setting up line breaks, and assisting tries just as often as he finishes them. That versatility adds another layer to his case as an all-time great. The game is changing, too. Defensive systems are tighter. Margins are smaller. Tries are harder to come by. That makes Jordan's current run even more absurd. He's not just thriving, he's redefining what's possible. For future wingers, the bar is no longer 50 or 60 tries. The new standard might be whatever number will Jordan ends up with. He's a quiet storm. Off the field, there's no showboating. No dramatic headlines. Just a relentless pursuit of excellence. And on the field, a force of nature, gliding, stepping, scoring. His performances feel effortless, but they're backed by intense preparation, world-class coaching, and an internal drive that doesn't seem to switch off. Opposition teams have started targeting him, closing space early, kicking behind him, double-teaming his side of the field. And yet, he still finds a way. That's the mark of a generational talent. When teams plan for you and you still deliver. Where will it end? That's the part that keeps fans coming back. Every time he touches the ball, there's a sense that something might happen. Something unreal. Something record-breaking. And that's what greatness looks like. Not just what you've done, but what you make people believe you'll do next. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, subscribe and comment for more deep dives into the greatest stories in rugby.